What's up, primers? Welcome to my unboxing of the Maketoys Recolor MTRC-04 Sky Guy. Now, this is a third-party masterpiece style action figure based on the G1 Seeker design. Now, this figure is part of the Maketoys Colorverse series, which is an exclusive line sold directly through TFSource. Now, if you're looking to get this figure, I'll have the link posted in the description of the video. So, what is the Colorverse line? Essentially, it's a limited line of repaints of their Maketoys Meteor or their Starscream, Masterpiece Starscream figure. Now, these are limited to either 200 or 300 pieces per figure, and they're individually numbered on the package. Now, for those keeping score, my Sky Guy is numbered 141 out of 200. Now, this line might not be for every collector, but for me, I'm a troop building type of collector, and I really wanted to bolster my Decepticon ranks, especially in my masterpiece collection, because the Autobots always outnumbered the Decepticons, and this kind of resolves that. Also, some of the repaints that they've issued so far actually match up with some of the Nameless Seekers seen in the original More Than Meets the Eye G1 episodes. So for me, in my collection, that's a plus. Now, Sky Guy comes in a clear plastic cube with some artwork and graphics. Now, the presentation isn't bad as you get to see the figure in the package, so you kind of know what you're getting. It's pretty basic, but it does get the point across. One thing I did notice as I'm picking up these exclusive figures, this is a very bare bones kind of release. You're only getting the basic figure with his null rays. You're not getting any extra faces. There's no stand, and you don't get like some of the other extra weapons that some of the other Seekers that are not part of the Colorverse line tend to come with. So keep that in mind if you're planning on picking up, some of these Colorverse figures. Speaking of which, if you are planning on picking these up, or you have already picked these up, leave a comment below, because I'm really interested to see who else is collecting this. If you're collecting one of them or collecting all of them, is there a particular color scheme you're waiting for, or maybe there's a certain Seeker or a certain Conehead you'd like to see in this line? So let's get this guy open and see what Sky Guy is all about. Pretty easy to open up and take him out. The flaps are only held by a couple of pieces of tape and one little plastic tab, and once you cut them, it unfolds and you can pull them right out. Now, once you do take Sky Guy out of the package, he's attached to an inner plastic tray with the feet that they're actually plugged into the base of the tray, and there's also a zip tie wrapped around his waist, which you'll need to cut just to get him released. And once you do release him, one of the other things you're going to have to do is he's not completely transformed yet. So you have to make some adjustments to the figure to get him completely transformed into robot mode. And one of the main things you're going to have to do is transform the legs, because right now they're compressed and they're not fully extended the way they should be. Basically, all you need to do is lift the back panel of the leg and unfold both the tail fins and the rudders so they're out of the way. So this way you can actually extend the legs fully. The knees will actually tab into the leg once they're fully extended, and what they do is they'll click into place and lock in for you. Now, one thing I did notice with this is I needed to exert a little force to lock in those knees. The tolerances are actually tight on mine, and it kind of varies from figure to figure with this particular line, because I do have their Tangerine Swarm as well, and the tolerances were a little bit easier. to lock in. I still have their Paul figure, which I eventually need to open up, and I can just compare those tolerances as well. But for right now, with Sky Guy, his tolerances are tighter than, say, the Tangerine Swarm figure, just to let you know for a comparison. As I finish adjusting the legs, let's actually talk about a couple other things about the figure. You know, Sky Guy is mainly done in a sky blue color scheme appropriately, with some light gray for the waist and his intakes as well. He does come with some painted parts on his wings and tail fins, which actually look pretty sharp. The one thing that really stood out for me, and I'm noticing this with a couple of their Colorverse figures, they painted the cockpit like gold, and it really pops in both modes, and that actually helps break up all that blue. I know it's kind of hard to tell in the video, but you know, doesn't he look just like Thundercracker? Yes and no. I mean, his blue color is a little bit lighter compared to my Masterpiece Thundercracker, which I'll actually show a comparison shot later in the video. I think, you know, me personally, out of the 4 Colorverse figures that actually was released so far, this is my favorite color scheme. Yeah, I'm a little biased since blue is my favorite color, but it is what it is. Looking at the articulation on Sky Guy, it's pretty standard with this figure. Sports articulation at the neck, the shoulders. It's got double jointed elbows, articulated hands and fingers. One thing to note, I noticed with some of the older Maketoys Seekers, they had more solid hands and less articulation, and Maketoys, with some of the more recent releases, including the Colorverse figures, each finger is individually articulated, which is nice, because I like having more articulation in some of my figures. Only thing you really want to watch out for is at the base of each finger, it's plugged in with a ball joint. So as I was messing with Sky Guy and some of the other figures, they tend to pop out once in a while. So just be mindful of that as you are posing the figure. It also comes with a waist rotation, and it also has like an ab crunch. It's kind of a pseudo ab crunch because the joint is more there for the transformation of the figure, but you can still get him into a number of dynamic poses. He also has ratcheted toes and ankle tilt, so that's helpful for those poses as well. Now here's a couple shots of Sky Guy with some other Maketoys Seekers, along with some other Masterpiece and Masterpiece style third-party figures, so you get an idea how well they scale with some of the other figures that you may have in your collection. Now what I'll do is I'll put Sky Guy through the posing paces and when I do my photo shoot. I'll actually post the photos on my Facebook and Instagram pages. I'll provide links as well if you want to check those out. And just to touch on the transformation a little bit, transformation is pretty simple, and the result is a clean looking jet mode. Now both the robot and jet mode lean to the cartoon look of the Seeker design, so if you prefer that aesthetic, this might be for you. Anywho, I'll continue to grab these Colorverse Seekers as Maketoys releases them. I got their Gangrene figure arriving soon, and if you guys want me to do more videos on more of these Colorverse figures, let me know in the comments, and I will continue to do that. Some final thoughts about this line. As I said before, it's a repaint line. It might not be for every collector, but there are some that like the troop build, or maybe they want those C and D listers that had their 5 seconds of fame in the show. The price tag at $159.99 and the lack of accessories might be off-putting for some, so you know, and every collector collects differently. For me, for right now, I'll be picking these up. Well, that's it for me, primers. Please check out my photography pages both on Facebook and Instagram. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate the support, and I'm looking forward to doing more action figure videos soon. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys soon.